Have you ever felt like you are meant to be a guiding light for others? Someone who leads by example, but also deeply craves solitude and quiet? If this resonates, then you might be a 6-2 profile in human design. And this unique profile blends the wise, experienced role model with the naturally gifted hermit. Hi everybody, welcome back to HPTV channel. I am Barbara and today we'll explore how these energies shape your life, your relationships, and your path to authentic leadership. So let's start by talking a bit about the human design profile and what it actually is. You need to see your profile as the role that your soul chose to play in this lifetime. It combines your conscious personality and how you see yourself and your unconscious design, how others see you. And for the 6-2, that means that you are the sixth line, also known as the role model, whose wisdom unfolds in three distinct life phases. And then there's the second line of the hermit, who needs to retreat and renew to recharge their gifts. So let's go into these lines a little bit deeper, starting with the sixth line, the line of the role model. The sixth line moves through three very clear life phases. And the first phase is from your birth until roughly your 30s. And in these first 30 years, you actually go through life as a third line. So if you are still in this phase, or if you want to figure out what the hell happened in the first 30 years of your life, then you might also benefit from reading about the third line and what it means to be a third line. But in short, it means that this is a time of trial and error and lots of learning. And this also means that you experience life deeply and that you are often testing boundaries and learning what doesn't work. Then you go into the second phase, that is roughly between your 30s and your 50s. And this is called the on the roof phase or the on the mountain phase, where you pull back from life and start observing more, where you start incorporating the lessons that you've learned, start healing yourself, and start integrating your experiences. And then when you have done all of that and you're nearing your Chiron return, your 50s and beyond, then you return fully as the role model. So in the beginning, until your 50s, you will probably not see yourself as a role model. I am a 6-3, so not a 6-2, but a 6-3, and I never saw myself as a role model. But the more that I learn and the more that I evolve, the more I start to see that I might actually be one. So if you recognize this, I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment below the video. And this means that you return as someone who lives their truth with authenticity and you inspire others through your presence. Your wisdom isn't something that you can rush. It is something that you live into. So you cannot come down the roof or come down the mountain just because you're done with being on the roof. You come down when you're ready for it. I hope that that makes sense. And then now let's dive a little bit deeper into the second line, the line of the hermit. Because the second line is the natural hermit and you are gifted, but you are also often unaware of your own talents. People seek you out for your advice or because there's something that you do really well. And when people ask you about it or try to talk to you about it, you often think, oh, but that's not something special. Everybody can do this. And if you recognize that, also leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. It also means that you need quiet time to recharge and to reconnect with your essence and with your true selves. And though others might see you as effortlessly talented, your power lies in honoring your cycles of solitude. Your challenge is to balance your desire for withdrawal with the invitations and the calls to show up in the world. So how do then the 6 and the 2 lines find a balance so that they can start working together? And because the 6-2 profile is a dynamic interplay between being a visible example and honoring your need for privacy for alone time. On the one hand, you are called to lead by living your truth, but that can only happen after deep reflection and healing. And your greatest influence comes when you embrace both your leadership role and your natural rhythm of retreat. And learning to balance these energies is your key to fulfillment and big impact, because the sixth line is here to be a visionary leader, someone that has a big impact on the world. Whether or not you see yourself as such right now, this is what you are designed for if you are a sixth line. So now I want to talk to you about some of the challenges that you might face as a 6-2 profile. And let me know which one of these you recognize. So, one of the common challenges that you might face is feeling pressure to perform before you are ready, especially during your early years, the first 30 years, or even between 30 and 50, when you're still on the mountain, on the roof, and you're not fully transformed into your authentic self yet. You could also be struggling with loneliness or isolation due to your need for solitude. Now, you prefer your own company, you love being by yourself, and this means that you don't really interact with people, and most of the time you're awesome with it. And I see there's a big difference between being alone, which is just if there's nobody around, like for me right now, I'm alone. But loneliness is this yearning of not wanting to be alone, this yearning for another person in your life. And they are two different things, but once in a while, when your journey becomes really difficult, really challenging, you can feel very alone in it. That's the type of loneliness that I'm talking about. So, if you are there, know that you are not alone. I'm always here, and I have a group of people that are going through something similar. But yeah, you are not alone, even though it might feel that way. Another challenge is managing expectations from others who see you as a natural leader. People come to you because you give such great advice, come to you because you always know what to do, know what to say, know how to act, even when it doesn't feel like that for you yourself. And this can feel like a burden, people expecting certain things of you, and you need to manage those expectations, otherwise, it can lead to disappointment and frustration. Another challenge could be balancing your public life with your private needs without feeling guilty about it. As sometimes people want things from you, but you are in a day where you need to retreat and where you think, I cannot people today. I can barely animal today. And I've had many, many days like that where I couldn't talk to people, I couldn't interact with people. And um, when I didn't know everything that I'm knowing right now, it made me feel guilty because people had them be there for me, and I felt guilty that I couldn't be there for them back, or they just wanted to talk to me, and I couldn't. So I don't know if this resonates with you, but then leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. So if you are a 6-2, then your journey is both sacred but also challenging. And you embody your wisdom through your experiences, but you also need space to nurture your gifts. If this video resonated with you, then I would love it if you would share your experiences below this video. I would love to hear about your journey. And if you want to dive deeper into your human design or maybe into your gene keys, I love combining the two, then there are a couple of options to do so. The first would be to get your BU by Design blueprint. This is a handcrafted by me document of 40 pages where I combine your human design with your gene keys that will give you great insight into who you are, into your life up until now, and what your purpose is for your future. You could also consider joining the BU by Design Mastermind if you want to go even deeper than that. Then you get to study yourself, who you are in depth with a group of like-minded people on a similar journey that also are committed to each other to help each other learn and grow and heal as much as possible. And if you are not sure what is right for you, but you do feel called to explore working with me, for instance, then I would love to invite you to book a one-on-one clarity call with me. This is a free call so that we can get to know each other and I can understand a bit better where you are right now, what you've tried, where you want to go, and then I can advise you in best next steps. The link for all three are in the description of the video below this video. So find the description and then find the links if you feel called. And don't forget to also like this video, to subscribe to the channel, and to turn on your notifications so that you will never miss another video again. For today, I wish you an amazing rest of your day, and I look forward to sharing more about human design in a next video.